Hi, Paul One. Welcome to your reading, your quick message from Spirit. I just want to preface, I'm sorry if this bugs you. I literally just went to the salon, got my nails done, sat there for time, to let them dry because I don't get shellac or anything. And of course, in my usual style, as soon as I come home, I squeeze a lime and it messes up my nails. I'm like, why do I even bother? I usually just do my nails myself and not great. I screw them up, okay? I just can't, I don't know how long I'm supposed to stay here like this. I have things to do. As soon as I do things, my nails screw up. So it's a whole thing. Anyways, that's my little gripe for today. But let's get into your reading here. Sorry, I'm just gonna pull the candle in, create a little ambiance. We're just gonna do straight tarot today. So we're gonna do straight tarot messages and see what comes out, see what kind of messages you need to hear, what Spirit wants to talk to you about. And we'll clarify if we need to clarify. But yeah, let's just give the floor to Spirit. Wow, nice. So you got the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Two of Cups talks about coming into union. This could be talking about a relationship in your life, coming into a union with a soulmate, or coming into union with something that you've been desiring to have come into your life. So yeah, we're gonna bring out more cards and get some more detail on this, get some more information. Six of Swords. Okay, cool. So this, yeah, you and a loved one, you and a relationship. This could be a soulmate. It doesn't have to be. This could just be like a soulmate in like a friendship as well. You guys are moving into a more peaceful time, okay? The hardest times are over. And you guys are coming into more peace together. And you're going to feel like celebrating, like you're going to feel super happy about this. Like, oh, maybe you guys have been going through like a tough karmic cycle, tough lessons where you're like getting like really mirrored each other's shadows to each other. Maybe there's kids involved as well. It doesn't have to be, okay? Because this is general. And if this is something that like you've been wanting to come into union with, or something that like means a lot to you, so this could be your career or a passion project, this is saying you're moving into a much more peaceful time where it's easier, okay? It feels better. It feels more at ease, more relaxed, like things are working out. Yeah, let's keep going. The Lovers, I mean, for a lot of you, this is going to be in a relationship, okay? But coming into balance with each other. And again, we see this child here. Coming into balance, making better choices for ourselves and for our family. I'm getting that too, where it's like maybe we had to face some darkness within ourselves, some difficult things that we had to overcome. But I feel like you are coming into a time of overcoming those, making better choices together for your family as a whole. Moving out of difficulty, moving into more peace and lightness together, feeling more celebratory. Yeah, I mean, some of you could be physically moving. You don't have to, but for some of you, that is a message. And this is a good move, okay? It is a good move for you both and your family. But yeah, I feel like this is just making positive choices that is allowing you to come into union with something very special in your life, something very desired in your life. Okay. And then we have the Queen of Cups going into the King. Very, very beautiful. So yeah, this is like you guys coming into more emotional maturity, okay? You guys realizing within yourselves what needed to change or what needed to grow, what we needed to do in order to make each other feel good within this connection. Like again, we see the family, so the husband, wife, and the child. So I mean, this is not going to hit for all of you, but I feel like for a lot of you, this is talking about your family unit or your soulmate union. Okay? You guys coming into feeling more mature, feeling more wise emotionally, being able to communicate your emotions easier. I feel like there's a transformation that happened within this connection. Okay? And because you guys are growing on such a deep emotional level at this time, or you have been going through that, okay, it's really going to help your kids if you have any, and it's going to help like the people around you a lot. But I feel like especially someone, this could be the masculine person in this connection, I feel like they're stepping up into a much more leadership type of role in this family, and they're actually like realizing that I need to step up here, I need to change in order to like lead my family in the right direction, take them into the direction that we want to go together. And so yeah, I just feel like there's massive up leveling, up shifts in your family unit, sorry. And if this is something that you're like just super passionate about, this is you gaining the emotional intelligence and coming into a much more peaceful time within your life, within your mind and your emotions to be able to handle this. And so now you're coming into union with it. Now it's finally going to be able to come together for you. It's time for this to, to come together. Okay? But yeah, I see someone stepping up in a big way, and they're stepping into their power. And I want to know, what was the catalyst for that? What was the catalyst? Thank you. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. So this makes me feel like, I mean, it could definitely be your children or your child that's making this like really hit home with someone, that I need to really step up. I really need to change. And maybe in both of you. But this to me looks like it's just a transitionary time. We have all these butterflies, we have the moon and the sun, and I feel like you guys are just coming out of a dark time. And that's what the Six of Swords talks about as well. It's like it's just shifting for whatever reason. This is like the moon, right? It's like facing our fears, our deepest fears, facing what's been in our subconscious, or having to face that. And maybe that's what's going on at this moment, is like facing the darkness within ourselves and being born anew, okay, because of that. Actually doing the work, actually going in and seeing what needs to be changed, seeing what needs to be looked at, allowing ourselves to be born anew and come into a more peaceful, loving time where it's bright, it's happy, we're supporting each other, we're loving each other. We're coming into the Empress, right, where it's like abundance, being taken care of, being like felt like you're held and supported and loved by the universe. You being more in your power, more magnetic. And so, yeah. I'm gonna put that right here. But I want to know more. I want to know more about what's been going on in this connection. 3 of Wands, beautiful. To the 4. So it's like, okay, so if this is not a cup for a lot of you, this is a relationship, okay? But if it's not, please just plug it in where it fits. But you guys are going through a unique experience right now. So, and you're doing it together. And at times it might feel like an uphill battle. And again, we see with the moon and the sun, okay? So you're really having to face the unknowns of life, the subconscious fears within ourselves that we must look at in order to heal and grow and in order to come into the sun. So if things have been feeling really difficult lately with you in a connection or in a family unit, just know that this is for a reason, okay? Because Spirit wants to take you to a much easier time in your life, one where it feels celebratory, it feels more stable, okay? The Four of Wands talks about marriage. It feels like more solidly connected. And in order to get us there, sometimes we got to walk an uphill path, and it's not always easy. We face difficulties, but as long as you guys are facing them together, as long as you guys don't give up on this journey up this hill, okay? And I'm not saying that like it's gonna be a walk in the park, because you're gonna face some things that are very uncomfortable. But I feel like you guys can do this together, that this connection is strong enough. And Spirit is saying it is strong enough. This is your person, okay? We have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. These are both the only two cards of like divine love and connection, really. These are the strongest ones anyways. Okay? So this person's trying to step up, and they want to step up, and that's what this process is doing, is both of us, because this is the Queen, right? But we see the King here. It's the Queen, because this is the in-between tarot. So this is in between the Queen and the King. So it's like both of you guys are maturing emotionally. You guys are both, that was weird how I said that. You guys are both like realizing how maybe there's things, how you communicate isn't healthy, or how you beliefs that you hold within yourselves, or like your how you speak to yourself. Like there's so much emotional, maybe immaturity at times. And so Spirit's trying to get you guys to walk together on this journey and experience this together and help each other through these things. Help each other through the dark times, right? While it's night still. Help each other get over these things together. And just to be patient with each other and walk each other through it. And Spirit is promising that you guys are both heading towards a much happier time in your life, okay? That this is part of the process. This is leading you to your sun, to your happiness, to celebration, to being way more solid as a unit together, okay? Coming together, and so that this bond is unbreakable. But the strongest relationships have to go through the hardest times. And because you prove to each other that no matter how hard this gets, I'm with you and I'll help you through it. Right? And I'm not saying, this is not for like abusive relationships where you're like being physically handled. Okay? Obviously, I don't even think you would come to this reading. Like Spirit would not, this is not the message for you. This is those who are going through big spiritual awakenings, people who want to be better for themselves, for their partners, for their families. Okay, and we're helping each other go through this, and we're helping each other climb, because we know we are promised that we will reach the top of this mountain one day, and we'll be so much more stable as a unit, unbreakable. Just like being able to get through anything. If we can get through this, we can get through anything. And everything else will be so much easier. Okay? So what else can we tell our pile ones about? Okay. Okay, no, not these. Sorry, that was just a flop. So what else can we tell our pile ones about this situation, Spirit? Look at that, the sun. That's beautiful. So that's what we've been saying, right? The promise of the sun. The promise that the sun will rise on this connection. The sun will come up. You will be so grateful that you went through what you did, as hard as it may be at times, okay? As difficult, and as much as you're going to have to face your own demons, and they're going to have to face theirs, and that's not a pretty process. But as long as you guys can support each other, the promise is of the sun coming up, of finally, like, Whew, that relief. And you know what? I do it a million times to get to this place. To get to this place of strength and connection, to this place of us being healthy in our own selves, and supporting each other through that, and then together being healthier than we've ever been. Okay, and I really feel like health has a big thing, has a lot to do with this, like emotional health, but that means like making sure we're feeding ourselves well and making sure that we're like treating our bodies right, because that affects everything, our mindset, our emotions. Like, I feel like that really is part of taking care of yourself, like meditating and yoga, right? Focusing on these things and doing the discipline, doing the work, so that you can finally get out of the woods here. It's like we gotta be better for ourselves in order to be better for each other and our family. And that's such a good example to set for your family, right? Show them that we can discipline ourselves, that we can be our best selves, we can do better and show them that they can do it too. But you guys are heading towards happiness, the sun, okay? Like enlightenment, illuminant, is that a word? Illumination, okay? The sun is rising on this connection. Okay, just go through it. Wow, death, okay? Death, transformation. You guys are going through major transformation as a couple, as a family. And this is good. And when we go through transformation, it is not always pretty, okay? But things are trying to come into balance. And that means we have to get through the hard stuff, because if we don't, we can't just keep like sweeping it under the rug. It doesn't go anywhere. So Spirit's making you guys face these things so that you can get over it, so that you can become better people on your own, and therefore together as a unit. Oh my gosh, like it's creating such strength within you guys. You guys are gonna be so much better after this. Like, have hope, keep the hope alive, keep the faith, keep the love, as bleak as it may be at times. Know that it is for good reason, okay? Know that it will end and the sun will come up and you guys will be transformed into new, more powerful, more whole beings. It's interesting because we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. That's Scorpio energy, so is death. And we have Pluto going into Aquarius. So I feel like this transit is really helping your relationship, because it's like, no more are we going to allow these behaviors, are we going to allow these old things that would like hinder us and not allow us to be truly happy. Spirit's like, no, we're going to be happy. I wanted to say effing happy. Like, that's how happy Spirit wants you guys to be. Okay? So, in order to do that, we got to go through the shit. We got to go through the pain first. Because if we don't, it's always going to be there. It's like, okay, we're going to be happy for 2 weeks, and then we're going to have to face the same crap because we never fully faced it. We never fully looked at it and healed it. And so we're healing it now, and that looks rough. That looks rough, okay? But it makes us into better people, into more whole people. It's healing you guys. We have temperance, the temperance angel in the background here, alchemizing the pain into joy, into forgiveness, into happiness, alchemizing the moon into the sun. You guys are going to be totally transformed, totally made anew, your relationship, into something much more stable, much more secure, much more happy and joyful. And you're going to be like, oh, thank God. Thank God we did that. Thank God it's over. Like, whoo, we went through it there. And trust me, in every soulmate connection, you go through it. Oh, buddy, I cannot explain to you the pain. But it reminds me of the song, You gotta pay some agony for the ecstasy, for the ecstasy. Love like ours is never ever free. You gotta pay the agony for the ecstasy, for the ecstasy. Okay, agony and ecstasy. Okay, look it up. It's a fantastic song, way better than my little rendition there. Okay, but that is this vibe, and it's so true because you will have the ecstasy, guys, but you gotta have the agony first. You gotta go through it. And I'm sorry, and it sucks, but guess what? You would not be able to get to these high heights without the low lows, right? Woo! I'm very happy for you guys. I'm very excited for you guys because I know how good this is gonna be. Trust me, I've gone through it in my connection. Guys, it can be rough. I get it. It's like facing our deepest fears, facing our deepest insecurities. Like those things that we kept, and it takes this person who is our twin flame or our soulmate to bring these out in ourselves and be like, oh, they are our greatest mirror. And it's like, oh, I can't avoid this. I have to heal this, right? This could be childhood wounds. This could be, just avoidance of pain, of trauma, of, behaviors that we've just like been allowed to act by, that no one's ever called us out on. And now we have to look and change those things for the greater good of ourselves, but also our family as a whole. And this is good, okay? It doesn't always feel good, but this is for our highest good. And it's gonna be so good when you guys finally get out of this. Expansion, Two of Wands. It's like, it's finding our balance. It's looking at the things that we know we have to sacrifice in order for our highest good. So we have to leave certain things behind and sacrifice certain things so that we can get the gold, so that we can get the juice. And so we got to put down our egos and we got to say, okay, what's not healthy here? What's not going to point us in the direction we want to go in ultimately? What about me is holding me back, is holding my connection back? What do I need to look at? What do I need to drop to move in the direction for the highest good of me and my family as a whole? Sacrifice those things. It's not worth it. It's not worth holding on to. It's really not. Like, our egos are nothing. Love is everything. Being right is nothing. That is just an egoic game that we play. It's like, be vulnerable. Have your heart open. Tell them how you truly feel. Tell them the future you want to have with them. Tell them, what they mean to you and what do you mean to yourself. Because trust me, if you don't think highly of yourself, you're not going to think highly of your partner. And so they're forcing us to look at these things, how we're talking to ourselves within, how we're seeing ourselves, how we're judging ourselves. What do we need to let go of? What do we need to switch? How do we need to improve? Okay? Because if there's anything within ourselves that is out of balance, we need to drop it. Or we need to transform it, right? Okay, this one wants to come out. Yeah, Knight of Cups, self-reflection. This is we're in a time of self-reflection. This is allowing us to look within ourselves. How can I change? What can I do better? Both of us, for this family, for this connection, for the future of us. I love this. There's so much water energy here. And it's like taking those small actions to better ourselves for the greater good, for the highest good of us. It's like, I got to look at my stuff. You got to look at your stuff. And we're going to help each other through this. And we got to be honest. And we got to communicate. We got to be open with each other. As difficult as that may be. That is what it's like. You got to rip your heart open and throw it on the table and be like, look, this is it. This is me. This is how I feel. This is how I've been feeling. This is, this is how much I love you. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to put my ego down on the table. I'm willing to put my heart on the line here. Let's go. I want this. I want this to do good. I want this to be the best it can be and expand. So we got to communicate that. We got to be open and honest, like raw. But yeah, you guys are being forced to look at yourselves, which is a very good thing. It's very positive and it's needed. Okay, so, and that's not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to see like where I'm going wrong, what I'm doing that's toxic. Right? And you can't force the other person to do it, but you can do it, and we can try to do it together, and I can come to you and I can try and talk about my emotions and what's going on, right? And that other person's going to bring out those, show us ourselves in a hard way, like where we need to improve, where we need to heal, what beliefs we're still holding on to that we don't need to, that's not helping this connection. How can you help your love grow? Name the things that you do that you know is not helpful for your connection. Write them down. Write down your best qualities. Write down, where you want this connection to go and how you want it to look. Because this is all going to help us get up this hill together in an easier way. Okay, in a more harmonious way and faster. You really got to go through it, and you got to do the work, and you can't skimp out. You can't cheat the system here. There's no cheat codes to healing and to love. It's like it's hard and it's raw. But it's the most worthwhile thing that we could ever do. And you'll be so unbelievably grateful that you did it. Oh my gosh, because it just sets you up for the rest of your life. Because it's like in the beginning, especially if it's like within the first, 5 to 10 years. Okay, sometimes it can drag, it can be that long, depending on the people. But that's when we do the hardest of work, and then after that, it's smoother because we know each other. We've been through the hardest of each other, and we got through it together. And now we can face anything easier together. And we accept each other. It's about healing the parts within ourselves that we know need to change, that we know are unhealthy, because they're unhealthy for ourselves. Right? It's not it's weird because acceptance is such a key part. And we do have to accept who we are, but it doesn't mean we can't change things. And within our partner as well. It's like once we can get past these things and call each other out on it too. With love, of course, but we need to be honest with each other and okay, that behavior was not called for, or it didn't make me feel loved, or it didn't make me feel heard. We have to have those real conversations with each other. And then you get to this point where you just respect each other on a new level, and you accept each other on a new level because it's like we've gotten through the difficult parts and then at the end it's like, okay, this is like us purely being ourselves, and we're going to do the best we can because we've faced and healed and let go of all the things that weren't quite us, right? Jealousy, hate, revenge. It's like those things aren't you. They aren't you, and you don't have to hold on to them. And they're not just like, oh, accept it. Accept this about me. Why should they? These aren't healthy things. Accept your love for puppies, or accept your, desire to create this career in your life. Yes. But accept your jealousy? No. No, you should work on that, because we shouldn't have to live in a state of being uncomfortable all this time, or I shouldn't have to feel on edge, if I say hello to someone of the opposite sex. It's like, but you should also respect your partner and not cross those boundaries where it makes them uncomfortable, right? So it's like, it's this compromise, but it's like, but we should never make the other one accept a toxic behavior about ourselves. Or it's like, I'm just, I just bitch at them a lot and accept it. It's like, no, dude, like, be better. Be better for yourself too. Because it's like, because you're bitching at yourself within your mind. Do you want that? And do you want this resentment to build up? No. Let it go. It's not you. It is not you. It is not you. Pay more attention. Pay more attention to your acts, to your thoughts. Okay, that's what we need to start working on. We need to start slowing down and paying attention to how we think, how we're talking to ourselves, and therefore talking to our partners. We all deserve better, right? You don't want your kids to see that. You don't want your kids to see you guys disrespecting each other. That's not cool. None of us liked that growing up, That was not comfortable. So be better for them if you have children, and for your future children if you plan to have them. And if not, just do it for you. That should be the number one. It's do it for you. Do it to be your best self, your healthiest self. So life is easier. It's more manageable because we're more peaceful. We're not always like up and down, up and down. It's like highs and lows, swings. It's like, no, we want peace, ease. Okay? So this is what you guys are currently experiencing, but no, this is for your highest transformation. The sun, you are headed towards the sun. You are headed towards stability as a couple, okay? So know that you are moving into a more peaceful time together. So go through it, but know that it is going to, the sun will shine, that you guys are transforming, and this is the process, and it doesn't always look nice and easy and like, don't smell like roses all the time, you know what I mean? It stinks. But it's good. It's for our highest good. And y'all be so grateful you did it. I promise you. So thank you, Pile 1. Thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful message. If this resonated, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another reading. And please leave a comment, shout out your pile, share if you would like. I'd love that. That would be amazing because, we all go through these situations in our lives, and the more we can help each other through it, the better. It would be beautiful. And if you guys would like to know more about your own situation, because these can get heavy, you can book a personal reading with me in the description box. We can do pre-recorded or live, whatever you're comfortable with. You can also book with me what's called a quantum healing session, where we connect with your higher self and your guides, okay? And we go into your subconscious mind, where you yourself are shown scenes or visions and given feelings and knowings about what you need to know, understand, or heal within your life. And this could be anything. You could come to me with, what's my purpose? What was this past life that I had? Has there been anything carried through? Why did this happen in my life? What is the meaning of this? What can I heal? How can I let go? It's endless what we can get to and the information we can gain access to within your subconscious. So if you'd like to know more, you can go to my website down in the description box, or you can email me if you have any questions. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next reading. Okay, Pile 1, all of my love. Peace.